Alright, enough is enough. You can ask anybody in the church today what they think of the state of the church, and they will almost invariably tell you that something is wrong, and we need to figure out what that is. So we need to go through the average, more ordinary situations of, is this situation actually biblical? Is it something that I should be doing? We need to be asking questions like, is it biblical to go to church on Sunday? Is it biblical to not go to church at all? Is it biblical to read the Bible by myself? To be sarcastic? To cuss? To buy groceries at the food store? To be a pack rat? Now I know that a lot of you are going to be thinking, come on man, you're taking this too seriously. I mean, really? Buy groceries from the grocery store? What are you, stupid? But what if I told you that this bowl of Skittles represents your beliefs? Now it makes sense that since I have a Skittles bag in my hand that this bowl probably has Skittles in it, right? But that's not everything that it has. It also has M&Ms, and on top of that, it has Reese's Pieces. So there's no longer just Skittles, but there's a bunch of other things too. Let's say that all of the Skittles in here represent your Christian beliefs, the things that are really actually solid, foundationally biblical, things that are good, healthy, and Christian to believe. And let's say that all of the M&Ms in here represent innocuous beliefs, things like it's okay to walk. It's not really here nor there. They're just things that are in your life that, you know, just everyday knowledge and things that could be good or bad depending on variables. And let's say that the Reese's Pieces in here actually represent all the things that you believe that are either wrong, sinful, or dangerous. Now, let us say that for every 5 Reese's Pieces that you eat from this, it will take off a year of your life. That for every bag of Reese's Pieces, there is going to be one inside of it that could actually just kill you right there. Even more, that one of these Reese's Pieces out of every 10 bags could actually prevent you from going to heaven. Suddenly, this is no longer just a bag of Skittles with some other things inside of it. This is a life and death situation. We gotta actually go through and say, is this a Skittles or is it a Reese's Pieces? Skittles, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, another Reese's Pieces. We gotta start throwing out the things that could actually do more damage than we even realize. We gotta start taking this thing a bit more seriously. It's not just a matter of, oh, well, I sinned again, bummer, okay? If you're constantly over and over sinning, you gotta really consider the possibility that you actually might be in some serious trouble. And I'm not trying to tell you what to believe. That list of things I was saying that you need to be starting to question in your life, things that you would take as an ordinary, average, completely boring, you know, taken for granted situation. I'm not saying that those are all going to be wrong. I'm saying you gotta start questioning things. You gotta figure out what's actually in this book, because it is a life and death situation. The Bible says in Galatians 5:7, you were running a good race, but who cut in front of you and kept you from obeying the truth? That kind of persuasion does not come from the one who calls you. A little yeast works through the entire batch, okay? That's what we're seeing here, is that whatever it is that's wrong, it's everywhere. It's worked its way through everything, and now the entire batch is totally ruined because we gotta figure out where all that yeast is. It continues in verse 10, I am confident in the Lord that you will take no other view. The one who is throwing you into confusion will pay the penalty, whoever he may be. Later on, down in verse 22, he continues on to say that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And against such things, there is no law. The fact is, if you want to know that you're getting it right, you got to check yourself with the Bible. You got to say, is this me? Is this what I look like in my life? And if the answer is no, then you've got some Reese's Pieces that you got to pick out. Is it biblical to do something else? Is it biblical to be sarcastic? I think I already said that.
Yes, you did. What if you told me what?
That this bowl of Skittles was just like your Christian life. No. that this bowl of that this bowl of Skittles represented your beliefs. That this bowl of Skittles represented your beliefs, and that the Skittles in the you got to consider the possibility. There is an actual definite possibility that you could be in some major danger that you don't even know about, because you don't.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
No.
You don't know this.
If you start making blunders, I'll just start throwing candy at you.
Yeah, got it. Do it. And I just hope that I could impart to you that... Dang it! Later on down in verse 22, he continues on to say that the fruit of... Later on down in verse 22, he continues on to say that the fruit of the Spirit is love, patience, peace, something else that I can't remember. I think that's a good way to end it, maybe.